topic for today is going to be a very common mindset among people nowadays and the lack of ability to work hard, and how so many people struggle with discipline and motivation, and why none of it matters. So, there is a very common consensus among my generation of people, and even older generations of people, pretty much anybody, that they have some level of entitlement to things, specifically money, and feel as though they shouldn't have to work hard to get those things. And a great example of this is people who believe in stimulus checks, people who, collect food stamps, people that take handouts. And I'm not saying that everybody who takes handouts is a piece of shit or doesn't deserve it, but a lot of them don't. A lot of them rely on those and never decide to make a change to where maybe in the future they wouldn't have to rely on food stamps or stimulus checks or handouts in general. And for me, it's hard to even comprehend expecting a handout. Like, that should never be on your mind. That should never be the thing that you are waiting for is, oh, well, I'm gonna get this given to me, so why would I work? Like, you have to have such a small sense of pride and just, I guess it's just pride. You have to, how are you not embarrassed? Like, if I had to go to the store and pay with food stamps, I'd be mortified with myself. I'd be disgusted with myself. What the fuck have I become to where I can't even afford food? And the reason this is an issue is because those people get those, handouts and then have no more incentive to work. It's very similar to why, communism doesn't work, is because everyone gets paid the same and do different jobs, and they feel as though they're worth more, but they get paid the same as Joe Schmo who does fuck all. It's the same idea. But, the way I grew up, the way I was raised, you work for what you get. You don't get handouts. I guess I wasn't even raised like that. That's just how I am. I've always known that if you work hard, there will be results. And that's how I continue to live my life nowadays. My first example of that would be in high school, I was obsessed with running. I really loved cross country and track. So I trained more than anybody. I ran 40 miles a week. I did whatever I thought I could to get better. And, I wasn't that good. But it doesn't matter because I wasn't entitled to be good. But the thing that matters is that I put in the work, I put in the effort, and I got decent. I improved, and I saw that improvement. And it's a direct correlation that you can relate to other aspects of your life. So what a lot of successful people will say, or not a lot, but some successful people will be like, you need to go to the gym, you need to work out, you need to be in good shape. And it's not necessarily about being in good shape, it's about the gym being a very direct correlation to putting in work and getting something out of it over time. So the gym, you could go lift for a week, you'll see no results because that's not how it works. And with the gym, you put in the work over years, and eventually you will look better and be in shape. But it's hard. You have to go every single day. You have to have your diet on point, and you can't while that's not inherently valuable, the ideas that gives you are valuable, because you can translate that into, let's say, your work, your business, making money. And if you can translate those two, it is almost seamless, because while the ideas are vastly different, the work being put in with results coming out is exactly the same. However, with like a job or a business or with money, it's much more valuable. And I'm not saying that you can't have value in working out. I think you should. Like, I love working out. I've been consistent in the gym for 3 years now. And I think that's played a big part in me being able to be disciplined and work hard even whenever I don't want to. And I guess for an example of someone in my generation nowadays, this guy I know, he didn't go to college, he just left high school and is working. And my buddy was talking to him the other day, and he said he hadn't been consistent with the gym. And he's like, oh, why? He's like, well, I can only focus on work right now. That is maybe the worst mindset you could have towards anything. If you think that you have to put all your eggs in one basket, you're insane. You can diversify yourself and do so many things, so many difficult things. Right now, I work about 4 or 5 days a week at the winery. I'm taking Physics 2 and differential equations online. It's a 4-week class, so I have insane amounts of homework, and I'm working on that every night, and I still go to the gym every day. So there's no, and I'm not trying to be all high and mighty. I'm not saying like I'm better than you or I'm inherently more valuable, but there's no reason to limit yourself. You can do so much more than you could ever believe if you don't limit yourself. Like that guy I'm talking about, I'm not going to say his name, but he could do amazing things. He isn't, but he limits himself. He says, no, I can only do work right now. Oh, why can't you go to the gym after work? Oh, because I'm focusing on work. What? Just go. It doesn't matter. Just go to the gym. Just go. All you have to do is start. And for some people, I can understand for some people how that's not feasible, not probable. It's not really like, it's not feasible. But for him specifically, it is. And for a lot of people, it is. You just need to quit being a bitch. Quit being a pussy. Quit feeling bad for yourself. Quit feeling sorry for yourself. Because once you get in the gym, the hardest part about going to the gym is going. Once you're there, you're gonna feel pumped. You're gonna feel good. You're gonna be in a good mood. Afterwards, you might be tired, but you're gonna feel good. You're gonna feel accomplished. And it's those little wins that build up over time that will build your confidence and make you feel like you're working towards something and feeling successful. And eventually, it will become normal. And that normal task doesn't even feel like work anymore. It's just something you do. It's not difficult. It's just part of your routine now. And then once that becomes easy, you translate those skills of working hard into other aspects of your life. So you continue going to the gym, which doesn't even feel like a chore anymore because you've been doing it for however long. You're consistent with it. It's just normal. And it doesn't feel like you have to go out of your way to do it. So then you feel like you have all this extra time where you could be doing other things. And then you take that time and start building other aspects of yourself, whether it be school, work, building a business, hobbies, filming videos like I'm doing right now. There's just so many opportunities that so many people don't take advantage of because they don't want They don't want to work hard. They don't want the pain of working hard. And it's so, like the other guy I filmed these videos with, my friend Austin, he feels the same way. And we talk about it all the time. That's what inspired me to make this video. But it's so interesting. Even like, it's honestly even worse for adults, because if you're 20, you still have all the time in the world to figure it out and basically just figure it out and find out what you want to do and how you can be successful. But let's say you have a coworker who's 50 who's still working an hourly rate job. Like, you're fucked. You wasted your life. You didn't make it. And I'm not saying it's like over, but if you've done it for that long, like, think about it mentally. If you have gotten so comfortable to a point where you've worked an hourly rate job for 40 years, do you really think someone like that is just gonna have a realization one day and just change? No, that's never gonna happen, because they've conditioned their mind for 30 to 40 years. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's heavily improbable that someone who has built their mind like that to a point where they're okay with an hourly job and they're okay being broke and okay not accomplishing anything and no one remembering them, it's really, really difficult to have them be self-aware of that and make a change, because they probably feel comfortable in that position, which is awful. Being comfortable is one of the worst places you can be as a person. Whenever you're comfortable, you're not moving forward. You're not doing anything difficult. You're not challenging yourself. Drink break. But yeah, being comfortable. You never want to be comfortable. If you're comfortable, it means you're not taking any risks. You're not in any scenario that's challenging you mentally or physically. And you're just being lazy. Here we go. But yeah, that's basically what I want to talk about. That's a very, very important topic to me, because I feel so strongly about it. And I feel like maybe someone who watches this will be inspired to, work hard or go to the gym or translate their skills in the gym to other aspects of their life. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's a topic that I hold very near and dear to my heart. I hope that maybe I could be a positive influence on a lot of people's lives and help them realize their potential. But we'll save more of that for another time. I'll talk to y'all later.